Cameras in the courtroom. Sometimes you wonder, how did it all start that today they're banned mostly from criminal trials and even some civil trials? How did that all start? How did they get banned and you need all this permission? Well, it started with photographers carrying cameras like this. 60 photographers plus 60 reporters were covering the trial in January of 1935 of Bruno Hauptmann, the kidnapper and murderer of the Lindbergh baby. That trial was held in Flemington, New Jersey. So here's what happened. The trial was in 1935, and this was before there were any rules about cameras in the courtroom, what you can photograph, what you can't photograph. Well, the mayhem looked like this. That's the courtroom of the trial. 60 cameramen, photographers, climbing over tables and chairs to get photographs of the defendant. These are the actual photographs of that trial. There were no rules. They even photographed the jury in the jury box and published the photographs of the jury. It was mayhem, as today would have it. The trial courtroom scene was like mayhem. Well, Bruno Hauptmann was convicted of murder and kidnapping. He appealed because the basis of the appeal was mayhem, mayhem in the courtroom. Cameramen, photographers, photojournalists standing on chairs, standing on witness tables to get a better shot of the defendant while he testified. The appeals court said, no good, denied the appeal, he was executed. But here's what's interesting. I'll put this down. In 1935, this was the photojournalist camera. Today, cameras are this big. There's a big difference from today's cameras and yesterday's cameras. So what happened was both sides were heard on the pros and cons of having cameras in the courts. On one hand, people in favor of cameras in the courts say, well, you know, broadcasting or photographing a trial educates the public and ensures a fair trial. But on the other hand, people say photographers in the courtroom could change the character and behavior of the participants, not just the witnesses, but the lawyers and maybe even the court itself. So comment below on what you think about cameras in the courts. Good idea? Bad idea? Or you're glad that the courts leave it up to the judges themselves?